What's going on, Aces? Welcome back to the channel. Y'all know I'm getting caught up with all of the videos and everything going on in pop culture. So, Aaron Hall, if you guys remember him way back in the day, he made the song I Miss You. He used to sing with Guy. Okay. And it's unfortunate because I used to be a fan, right? So like I said, the song came out when I was a kid. I thought he was talented, but now, come to find out, amidst all the Diddy lawsuits, he went on DJ Flad's platform and said some really disturbing things. Um, it says amid the recent lawsuit that accused hip hop mogul Diddy and R&B star Aaron Hall of SA more than 30 years ago, a clip of the 59-year-old singer-songwriter seemingly bragging about pursuing a minor has gone viral online. The clip circulating on multiple social media platforms suggests that this is a precedent for Hall's disturbing behavior alleged in the lawsuit. Hall, who rose to fame in the 1990s as a member of the band Guy, has courted controversy in the past for dating and impregnating underage model and dancer Gloria Velez. Velez met a 30-year-old Aaron Hall when she was only 16-year-old in 1994. A year later, she gave birth to their son, Aaron Hall IV, at the young age of 17. In a recently unearthed clip on the heels of the lawsuit, Diddy and Hall SA'd someone who was identified 30 years ago. The R&B star was seen talking about how he began a relationship with an underage Gloria Velez. So in the video, he said that when he met Velez for the first time, he didn't know that she was a quote unquote puppy, which that's dehumanizing language right off rip. Okay, why are you comparing this girl to a dog? Then he went on to add that he decided to engage with Velez after he saw her for the first time on the dance floor and acted on his instincts. Um, wow. And you know what? You know what's crazy about, let me just pause right here. His music, again, this came out when I was a kid, okay? But the lyrics in his music were very predatory as well. And for her to be a minor, she was only 16. He was a whole 30-year-old man. He's been telling us to anyone who would listen. So, in the response to the video, a social media user pointed out that while Hall claimed he didn't initially know Velez was underage, he still kept messing with the minor when he found out. And in this footage, which I've been going back and forth whether or not I'm going to play. I'll add the link if you guys want to listen to it. But one, I don't want my video to be demonetized. But two, I don't want to hear it again. Like the fact that he is so crass when speaking about his, endeavors when it comes to what him and Diddy did back in the day. Because this is really gross. Um, he was just openly talking about the things that, him and Diddy did together, and he just goes into unnecessary detail. And he's 50, like, or 59. I'm sorry, like, come on, dude. He was almost bragging about it. It was horrible. R&B star Aaron Hall has been embroiled in a controversy after the lawsuit was filed just before the end of the Adult Survivors Act accused him and Diddy taking turns by an unidentified woman and a friend more than 30 years ago. The lawsuit alleges that the victims who met Diddy and Hall at an MCA Records event in New York City were offered copious drinks before they were treated to Hall's apartment, where Jane Doe was offered more drinks and coerced into having relations with Combs. While Jane Doe laid in bed traumatized by the encounter, Hall allegedly barged into the room and forced himself on her. The woman who fled the apartment was allegedly informed by her friend she was also forced to have an intimate act with the duo in another room. This is not the first time the Hall's name. Wow. Okay, so in 1996, Hall pled guilty to hitting his ex-girlfriend and was sentenced to 5 years of probation. Oh, this dude is trash. And the latest allegation against Diddy It's the third lawsuit filed just before the end of the Adult Survivors Act that allowed alleged victims of SA who have exceeded the statute of limitations to file a civil claim. The first lawsuit, which was later settled, involved an ex girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, right, which we know that she settled, which is great. And then another one filed earlier this week by Joy Dickerson Neal against Combs accused him of SA as well, and also putting substances in her drink. So, oh yeah, and then Revenge P on top of all of that. Yo, these dudes are trash. I did want to highlight though her comment, Gloria Velez, because she spoke out, and I wanted to, center her as opposed to just focusing so much on Diddy and Hall, because they've had that way too much in their career anyway. So she says, Gloria Velez says, I have experienced a lot in this industry and never spoke out because I didn't want to hurt anyone's career, even though they hurt me. The only reason why I spoke out about my son's father was because I had to protect my son from him. It wasn't about me. All my life I've heard, yeah, you was young, but look at you, your body, you're beautiful. So our society blames the woman always. Look how you're dressed. Why did you go with him, etc. A young girl, I'm going to I guess she's saying naive here, looking up to an older man doesn't give him the right to take advantage of her. I believe those women who made claims about R. Kelly. I felt their pain. I couldn't stop the tears coming down my face while I watched. I'm happy women are finally speaking out. It's time. And I am too. I'm glad that she made that statement. I'm even more glad that she protected her son away from Aaron Hall the fourth. I wish she would have named him something different, but she was only 17 at the time that she gave birth to him. And at that time, Aaron was at the height of his career, and he did have a lot of power and influence. It is unfortunate that so many young girls are preyed upon because victim blaming her, talking about she was beautiful and look at your body. It's just it how do I say this? I don't know. I'm so tired of people giving men an excuse to just be um free with targeting and taking advantage of young girls. um I don't know how many of you guys out there are Christians, but Jesus said, if your eye causes you to lust, pluck it out. Like, he didn't say, oh, well, the woman should do this, this, and this. No, no. And if you're a grown man, which he was good and grown, 30, going after a baby, he should have been under the jail. Okay. And him, putting his hands on another woman, like, this dude is trash. Like, I feel like so many people, especially in that generation, were just raised to not only disrespect women and be predators, but also to have those crimes kind of swept under the rug. Because why are you still out here, 59, bragging about it Vlad on DJ Vlad's platform? Like, I'm sure you're a grandfather by now. But anyway, I wanted to bring you guys a story because I feel like it's important to speak up. Like Gloria said, that it's time to center the victims. So I'm glad that she's speaking out. And I'm glad that she did what she had to do in order to protect her son. It's hard out here because that man basically ruined her life. She was only a kid, She didn't even have a chance to really live before he made her a mother. And of course, not a wife. Never that. Just a mother. And not to disparage that, because being a mother is very important, but I'm just saying, he basically took her innocence, and it really makes me upset because so many people out here, both men and women, take advantage of kids, and to me, that's despicable. It's like a crime against humanity. So I'm glad that all these people are filing lawsuits against Diddy, and I'm glad that the Jane Doe is coming after both Aaron Hall and Diddy. And I hope the more of his victims, well, I guess the Adult Survivors Act ended on Friday, but I mean, maybe they can find another loophole, a legal loophole or something, because there's no way that he was going into detail about, just the things that he was doing. It was just gross listening to it. And it's like, how could you think that that's okay? Like, he was just in my opinion, he's a sick individual. And It's just, between him, Brian McKnight, all these Diddy. Well, we kind of knew about Diddy. I didn't know to the extent of how depraved he was. But it's just like I feel like we should all know a little less about each other, right? I'm glad on one hand that the victims are speaking out against their predators, but I guess I kind of miss the days where we didn't know. But I shouldn't say we didn't know because Al Green with the grits and so many people, Eddie Kane, and it's just the music industry, right? Richard Pryor, what he did to Pam Grier, it's really upsetting that so many men have been allowed to prey on women for so long. So I guess you know what, you're right, Gloria. It's time. Let's air them out. Let's air these men out and get these stories told, and let's empower these women, especially the ones who are so young that they didn't know any better. She was naive. She was a kid. So I want to hear from you guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. And I will talk with you later. Take care, Aces. Bye.